Hey guys, how are we? I we're waiting at the moment. I think we're starting to get people trickle in. I've actually been loading up on painkillers this morning, and I'm so glad I can talk because I can tell you that was not the state of me 2 hours ago. But the rest of the team are happy and healthy. Besides, I think John won't be able to make today, and the rest of our team are traveling. So what that means today, guys, is we might have a little bit of a shorter AMA than usual. And we'll try to brief you guys on what we can in the meantime. But despite all these travels, we do have Chief that's been able to jump in today. And if we get lucky, Kevin might be able to sneak in as well. But the rest of the team will be on planes or in between jumping on planes. So very, very busy. And we'll get into why a little bit later on. So welcome guys for season 1 episode 10 of the LayerOneX AMA. This is our Discord AMA. For those of you that are new to this, this is where we'll be going over some of the little updates that we have for you guys on a week by week basis. Today's might be a little bit shorter, but nevertheless it will be packed full of interesting updates. So yeah, give me just a moment. I think we've probably got enough here. I'm just checking who's on the panel. And I do apologize. I might have to mute myself in between because I'm a little bit of a mess. I think a few episodes ago I had allergies, so yeah, not ideal. All right. So I think we should start. And do you know what? Whilst we've got him here, Chief, it would be absolutely lovely to kick things off with you. I know you've been very busy. It'd be great to hear about what you've been up to recently. Especially, I know I believe you were in Thailand. Is that correct? Recently as well.
Not for long. Only for a couple more hours. I'm going to jump off this call fairly shortly because I literally got to get down out to the ride to the airport. But look, to say we've been busy is probably a heck of an understatement. By the time we get back to Perth, I think I would have clocked up about 100 hours in the air. And that's significant because it's taken us across a very wide range of people, from projects all the way through to investors, and just such exposure. You know, we left Perth, didn't even think about the possibility that by the time we arrive in New York, we'd get an invitation within, I don't know, 12, 14 hours of arriving to go onto NASDAQ TV. It just starts blowing your mind where it's going. Then to go across to Dubai, where we met up with a reporter there from CNN. And interestingly, the reporter, he actually had a personal connection to one of the projects that we're looking at. And just to delve into it a little bit, we actually had a discussion with a representative from the United Nations a couple of weeks ago about the problem out there in the world of, which is a $700 billion problem, by the way, where remittance, or people are sending money back home. So people who go and work in other countries, such as Dubai, send money back home to Africa, India, or wherever they happen to come from. And at the moment, they're all getting ripped off. You know, literally to send a $50 back home, it can cost them $10. How is that right? You know, using USDT and using LayerOneX, they can get that to their family for 1 cent. I don't know, it's a bit of a no-brainer, really. What we're also seeing is that a lot of vendors, and go and have a look at this on YouTube, vendors out there in places like India and Africa are actually accepting crypto for payment. And these are vendors on the side of the road just with their phone. So we're starting to see adoption out there by crypto in areas that you probably didn't actually think would get there first. Why? Because the international banking system doesn't cater for them. The international, whether it's finance or whether it's healthcare, any of those things just really don't cater for those groups of people. We do. That makes just life potentially so much easier for them. We also had a big event over in Dubai, which was really well attended. We got some significant contacts out of that we're still working through at the moment. It's going to take us a good number of weeks to do that. What else is going on? These are things just off the top of my head. You have to excuse me because the brain's elsewhere. Oh, you've all seen our L1X, okay? It's fantastic to be able to get on that and start seeing where that's going. It'll be the DEX of DEXs. You know, we've got other chains that are actually talking to the guys that are looking after the DEX for us, and those other chains are wanting to build their own DEX on our headless DEX. Fantastic. Those sort of things are really, really good news. What else is there? One of the most interesting ones was catching up with an organisation, and I'm going to be very cryptic in the names because I simply have to be. I apologise for that. People want to know the names of who we're talking to. I can't release that. I really want to. I would just dearly like to start naming some names, but I can't. We are under full NDAs until we reach those final agreements. But one group is actually part of the Dubai-based DMCC. Now, that's a free trade zone set up by the governments of the UAE or the States. And the contacts that they've got are phenomenal. We got in front of the guy who heads up one particular group there. And to quote him, he said, "I don't get excited." He said, "But what you've just told me," he said, "if you can do half of it," he said, "then this is beyond anything anybody can imagine." He said a little bit more. I won't go into that. It's probably even better than what I've just said, but it's just phenomenal where we're heading and what we're capable of doing. You know, we've caught up with a number of major investing groups over there. Again, I'm sorry, no names, but they're not just happy to work with us. They are really pushing to be able to work with us and help us. And they're pushing hard. The amount of messages we're getting on Telegram every single day, I don't scroll through 3 or 4 messages. It's something like 50 or 100 messages on there. So, you know, anybody that's that I know that's on the call, if I don't get back to you, that's why. It's just the volume.
Yeah.
We've also been talking with a number of exchanges. We had an event here in Phuket the other night where one of the two guys from one of the exchanges here came along. And yes, they're a CEX, but look, we don't discriminate. We can let them on. They'll have a different type of role, but being able to access the amount of liquidity that we can offer is just such a game changer for them. They're also a market maker, so it really opens up doors there for us as well. So.
Yeah, brilliant.
Look,
thanks for that update.
I'm going to have to head off. Been really great to catch up, Big Turns, and hopefully
definitely.
it gives our listeners a little bit of information.
Yeah, we appreciate it, Chief. We know you're a busy man, so having you jump up is an absolute blessing. And I wanted to give you that floor straight away because I knew it's only a matter of moments and you got to be off doing something else. So, guys, this is a really special little time slot here. And exactly what, Chief's been saying, like there's a massive industry over there. There's so many. It's amazing how crypto touches on so many different places, so many different industries with so many different ways of impacting or molding into different people's lives. So it's incredible.
Just add one little bit in there is that we're obviously talking with a number of exchanges and as I said, we've got one that's ready to go. But when we start talking with those exchanges, a lot of them turn around and come back to us initially with a little bit of arrogance about their, that you need us and all that. But really, what we're starting to feel and talk about is that we're actually offering those exchanges something that they've never had before. And I know I've repeated what I said just a little bit earlier, but accessing over 80% of the total value locked in crypto out there is a game changer for those exchanges. The reason that it's not a matter of if they move, it's a matter of, when they move. Because if they don't, they'll miss out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, well put there, Chief. It's quite funny what you were saying before, regarding the first thing that most people go is like, no way, how's this possible? How's this possible? I think it was the first reaction I had. I was like, how's this even possible? And so at first it's disbelief, but when the writing, when people start to understand how it is possible and they start to see that there's this big cultural shift at the moment for these scalable decentralized layer one solutions, or at least this demand for it, right? People start realizing, we're actually entering the 4th generation in blockchain technology right now, and we're paving the way.
It's a revolution. How else can we describe it?
Yeah,
On that note,
we
I'm going to
appreciate
make
you,
tracks
Chief.
over there. Yep, head out the door.
Thanks,
Take care
mate.
all.
Thanks for that. Awesome. So that was Chief there, our Chief Strategy Officer, a very busy man, and he's been all over the world in the last month or so. As has a lot of our team, we've been making sure that LayerOneX is known across the world, and people are seeing what we're building and making those valuable connections that will come to fruition as we progress later down the track. So a lot of exciting things there. Obviously, we're limited with what we can share, but we try to always give you guys the alpha scoop. So I'm just looking at the panel here, and I think it'd be awesome if we could maybe introduce Tempo, bring her up here to discuss, not introduce you guys, but bring you up and discuss maybe some of the things that are going on over in the events and PR side of things.
Yeah. Hello. G'day, everybody.
G'day.
Hope everyone's having a great week. G'day. Yeah. Look, there's so many things I just want to sort of add to what Chief was just saying, and obviously he's on the front line out there talking to people. But that that external validation is something I just want to touch on because the interoperability that we can do, this X talk, it doesn't just benefit the current. You can hear Chief mentioning, United Nations and all these groups that being able to send funds internationally with paying 1 cent. So it doesn't just benefit the current crypto ecosystem, even though it massively does. It opens doors for brand new use cases, and it brings businesses that previously haven't been able to trust the blockchain because of the hacks, because of the bridge exploits, into Web3, into using this incredible blockchain technology. And the blockchain technology has just got even better and better because of what we can do. This X talk, this actual at the infrastructure level, being able to let smart contracts communicate and collaborate across chains that are incompatible right now, that on when we go live on the mainnet in August, they are not going to be incompatible anymore. It brings this new trust in blockchain tech and these blockchains themselves, these layer ones that we all know and love or are frustrated with. When they connect, they access that TVL. The dApps on them access, the user base that's 80% of what's happening in crypto. And as users, we can massively benefit, like, our new L1X, what that is capable of and how that's going to get delivered and allow us to seek, if there's better APY on one chain, then we can set smart contracts that go, actually, when you find it better on another chain, just move it over there and get me more money, or make my crypto assets work harder for me. Just automating that and letting us do that without even thinking, knowing that when we transfer things cross-chain, we're using Xtalk, so we are safe without bridges. It's just really exciting. And so what's happening on the PR front? There's a few things that we're doing. We're working with a number of projects who are looking at our project independently. They are all, like Chief said, we're getting people reaching out to us going, tell us more about it. And we're saying, well, yeah, we would obviously love to tell you about it, but we'd also love you to look at it yourself. And so we've got all these different people digging into what LayerOneX is capable of. So that's an exciting thing. And what that helps with is not only the technical validation of what we're saying and proving already, because we've already got the testnet live and everything we're saying is actually already being done, but it also it shows the market validation, all those things that I just mentioned, what we're capable of. It's actually helping sort of build the validation. So as we roll out, people can actually know and trust externally that what we're saying is what we will be delivering. And yeah, just adding to your fourth evolution of the blockchain, we've been thinking, we were just having sort of a bit of a funny conversation in marketing about what that looks like. And I know everyone knows Coin Bureau, but you often see Guy with his, evolution of man, where it says, first there was DeFi, traditional fiat, and, Bitcoin is kind of the evolution of man. But we kind of think that Bitcoin was stage one, where this incredible blockchain technology and wonderful Bitcoin was born. And then Ethereum came along because they found out how you could harness this technology to leverage smart contracts, which is the ability of the blockchain now. And then Evolution 3 was kind of that layer 2 where you could scale, and all the other blockchains that came in and tried to
solve
really
the scalability issues, right?
Yeah, exactly. And then, but level 4 is actually, Evolution 4 is connecting it all, making it all work seamlessly, making everybody know that they can use it trustlessly. So, and that's us. And we were sort of thinking, what does it look like? Is it in terms of that picture of evolution of man? Is it the monkey? And then, like we get to Bitcoin as the man, but then, or we get to that layer, Evolution 3 as the man. But like, we really feel like, when you put the next evolution, it's LayerOneX flying off like a dragon. It's just so different to what's been never done before. So we're having a bit of fun conversations around that. PR wise, we're actually building some events. We've got an event over here in Perth coming up on the 27th of June with Blockchain Australia. So we're affiliating, and we're part of Blockchain Australia because they do really important work to push blockchain technology across all industries as well. So we're actually collaborating with them and partnering up with them and actually hosting event for Blockchain Australia over here in Perth. And we've got the Minister for Technology introducing it. We've got an incredible panel of people who have been very, very deep in pushing blockchain forward for Australia. So we've probably got some of the most preeminent people in blockchain strategy development in Australia, and so that's going to be happening, and it'll be recorded because not only are we trying to push what LayerOneX can do, but the more we can push those use cases out in the real world, the better. So that's part of our strategy as well. Yeah, I've talked a lot.
No, it's great. Fill the space. That's funny. Yeah, we did have that conversation about, we are entering this 4th generation of blockchain tech. And, I think, like, for example, like I likened it to, like, how do you like your blockchain technology? Do you like it, A, decentralized, B, secure, C, scalable, or D, all of the above, which is LayerOneX. So why not have it all of the above? We are seeing the cultural shift. We're seeing the conversation shift to this. And so the team's been hard at work across all the different sectors within the company, all the different departments, I should say, within the company, hard at work because, this is something quite unique that we're bringing to the table. This is something quite massive that we're going to, everyone feels right now like this is quite a big opportunity. This is quite an exciting project or company and technology, but we won't really be able to appreciate the gravity of what we're doing here until we look back in a few years' time. We go, holy shit, this is, I beg my French, but this is something that I don't think even we understand how big this is going to be and how much of an impact this is going to have on the future of not only the crypto space, but the rest of the world. We really appreciate you jumping up there, Ainsley, and letting us know of a couple of things that are going on the event side of things. We will also discuss the hackathon very shortly too. But yeah, I might give like a little brief on a couple of community things at the moment. This sort of is true across all of marketing at the moment. We are like our output might not be as noticeable right now to the community, to all of our users and supporters, and that's because we are like 95% of our time is on building, a campaign for this public sale, and so we appreciate your patience because during this time we're having to put all our resources, time and resources into building that. And when we do start rolling this out, you've seen little snippets of it already, little gems sneak out. but you will notice that, okay, things are heating up, and that's what we're preparing for. So as far as community, and just like a couple of little housekeeping things. So we do have a new ticketing system. Well, it's the same system, but improved. It's had a complete overhaul. So before it was quite a simple. Beg your pardon, sorry. It's quite a simple ticketing system. You just click ticket and a ticket was created, and then it would be up to the moderators and the rest of the team to try and work through each individual case, but with no real way of sorting through the tickets and escalating based on priority and how important each one was to get solved. We also found that we had a lot of tickets, and this is common across most communities, where the overwhelming majority are collaboration requests or business proposals. So we've set up the new system to allow for all those requests to be automated and directed through to a form where you can actually put in your application and your proposal. And we've sort of set up the form, and we'll continue to tinker with it to ensure that we capture the most quality proposals out of that, and we can then have the discussion from there. But we already have an insane amount of requests for collaborations and sponsorships, influencers, those sorts of things. So, this is only going to scale up 100 times with the public sale. So we have to make sure our way of processing all of this is efficient, because this allows for us to give you guys quality service. If there is, an issue that you're experiencing or any sort of help that you might require, that we're able to give you that assistance within a reasonable time frame. So you can actually probably pop in now, and you could probably see as well the ticketing system. Try not to raise any tickets, but yeah. So you can just at least see the options there. And so you guys as a community, you can point anyone that might be having any troubles that way. And they should be able to have things resolved a lot quicker now. And so I think that this is going to be a great thing overall for the community. And also, if you have any suggestions, if you go, there might be, you could also add this as an option that I don't feel we're covering yet. Let us know, give us that feedback, tell the moderators, and we'll look to, if there's a place for it, we'll definitely add it. But yeah, so that's just a bit of housekeeping. We also have the LayerOneX virtual machine that seems to have been quite a hit within the Discord, and people love. I believe Chief is upgrading that shortly, so we don't keep getting those issues. He may have already done it. I haven't checked today. So very shortly that will be in full function again. But yeah, as far as community at the moment, we're once again working with the marketing team and working towards this big campaign that we're looking to roll out, and I'm pretty excited. I know that there's going to be some pretty eyebrow raising initiatives that you guys will go, wow, okay, we're doing that. So yeah, I'm pretty excited. All right. So with that being said, how are we doing on time here? Because I do think it's going to be a bit of a shorter one today, guys. But let's shoot over to Sandra. Sandra, aka B Gossip. B Gossip.
Hello.
Hey, how are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Welcome to the space. Now I don't want to misquote your job title, but I believe you're the technical assistant to Kevin. Is that right?
That's right. Yeah, I'm assistant cool. Directly to Kevin.
And she's not just any assistant, guys. B Gossip is you have a degree, I think, in blockchain, right, and law.
Yeah, I have my background in law, but I specifically try to get myself into blockchain. So I did my master's in blockchain management. So
amazing. Yeah, it's pretty impressive. There's one thing being a DGen. There's another thing actually going and doing a degree. So that's pretty incredible, and obviously a massive asset to the team. Now, recently, B Gossip, you've been working quite closely with Kevin and the rest of the team on the hackathon that's rolling out in India.
Yeah, we have been working so hard to host this hackathon that it's going to be in the Ritz-Carlton Pune. So I think that it's also like an added value. And yeah, we have been having a lot of interest and registrations from different blockchain developers, experts, and enthusiasts that they will be able to attend this Saturday. So hopefully we'll be hosting like a big event there. And I don't know, I think that it's going to be amazing since we will be doing this live demonstration of the L1X technology. So all the assistants there will have this opportunity to learn and to build their first L1X contract. And of course, the opportunity to be networking with other talented Web3 enthusiasts, and of course, with the members of L1X team. So definitely. Yeah, I think that it's a big opportunity for all of those that will be able to attend.
Yeah, for sure. It's a massive opportunity for them, a massive opportunity for us. So many talented developers as well over in India. So it's going to be great to throw it at these wonderful minds and see what comes out of it. But like I said in the last AMA, is we intend on doing many more hackathons. So whilst this hackathon is going to be brilliant. We're going to find even bigger and better ways to improve, the experience and be able to provide more and more exciting, features or ways of presenting this event. I'm pretty excited. I think we're going to have a live stream as well. My understanding is so, and this is coming up very shortly, right, Sandra?
Yeah, I think that this is just the beginning. We are doing a lot of improvements on how we'll be hosting future events. But yeah, I think that from here we can just grow more and more and to offer the opportunity for people to be registering on the future events, different projects and hackathons that we'll be holding. But let's see how this goes. But yeah, I'm super excited of what we are building here.
Yeah, definitely. And would you like to share the date and time of the hackathon?
Yeah, it's going to be the 27th of May, so this Saturday in the Ritz-Carlton Pune. And it's going to be one-day event that will start from the 8 a.m. So the registration will be starting pretty soon, so you don't miss anything. And until late at night. So all of those who are attending also have the breakfast, the lunch and dinner. So they will be we will take care of them pretty well.
Yeah. Are you sure they have to leave their screens? Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome. So, and then also in relation to that, whilst we're on the topic of devs, we also have the developer portal as well that we've been rolling out, right?
Yes, we have been working on that. So it is live for registration. So yeah, but it's still doing some improvement, but it's ready.
Awesome. Amazing to hear. Amazing to hear. Thanks so much, B Gossip. That's you've done a wonderful job. First time up on the Discord AMA. Super informative. I can't talk for some reason. But what we might do is hand things over to Randy to kick off maybe some of our community questions, because we do have some here. Now, if keeping in mind, we only have a fraction of the team in the call. So our usual bright minds, Kevin and the rest that usually handle a lot of these technical questions, we'll do our best to answer. But yeah, let's see what we've got.
So far, what I see in the previous questions are more technical related to the blockchain. But if anybody in the audience has a question, maybe in regards to marketing, PR,
events.
Let's see what all. Yeah, events. That's about who we have in here, and we haven't heard from Bunny yet this evening. I don't know if that's she has anything to say here or not.
Yeah, I mean,
Well, yeah,
jump up,
I'm here.
yeah.
Hi, everyone. Look, we have got some exciting news coming up in marketing, so stay tuned. We are actually having a look at, the brand for L1X2, and we're looking at potentially evolving that. So we'd be really interested in any feedback that any of the Discord members have on the brand. And we are looking at expanding and growing our website. So that's under review at the moment, which is super exciting for us. So we probably will be engaging with this audience to get their feedback on any of the brand iconography or brand story that we will be rolling out over the next couple of weeks and months. So really keen to hear any feedback anybody has. And probably the only other thing that I'm super excited about is that Kevin at the hackathon in India this weekend is going to be announcing a bit of a breakthrough that is going to support the gaming industry. And I can't drop the alpha as you guys term it, but it's super exciting, and I've been putting the presentation together for Kevin along with Sandra or B Gossip. So we're privy to what's coming down the track, and let's just say it's going to change Web3 gaming forever.
I love it.
It's really
I also love that
going to be a game changer.
I love that you've become such a degen with the alpha, with all the talk. But yeah, no, you're exactly right. This is exciting, and thanks for jumping up and sharing that, because we did skip over that important little bit of alpha. So yeah, appreciate it, Bunny Arrow.
No worries. Big turns. But we to follow on from what B Gossip said, we've just been inundated with really, really talented developers, and the whitelist for developers is on our website. It was specifically for the India hackathon, but obviously there's some really talented people that this audience may know, and please encourage them or yourselves to register, because we will be running hackathons, rolling them out to sideline some of the other major blockchain events across the world. So if there is any developers out there that have a great idea for where a event should be held, please feel free to reach out to us too. We'd be super interested to get any of your feedback, and to hear where you think would be probably the best place to, or which event would be the best place to alongside a L1X hackathon.
Awesome. So I'm just looking through some of the questions now. Also, if anyone would like to pop up and say a little piece, we'd also welcome that. So keep an eye out on any requests to come speak. But we're just going to have a wander through the questions now in the LayerOneX questions, see if there's anything that we could address with the team we have currently. Feel free as well, Red, if you do see anything that we might be able to discuss. And yeah, guys, if you'd like to pop up as well and maybe introduce yourself, how you got involved, how this came on your radar, then by all means do that. It'd be great to hear from you and hear about a little bit about your journey and how you got to this point. It's always good to sort of humanize the community and get a little spotlight going on a couple of different members. And I know there's a lot here that are super dedicated and show up every day in discussion, so it'd be great to hear from you, but no stress if not. It can be sometimes a little overwhelming jumping up on a call, but we had quite a few different people pop up in the last AMA.
I think Ina's in the audience, one of our team. We thought she was on a plane, but she is actually in our audience. Does Ina want to pop up and tell us a little bit more about how the Thailand event went?
Yeah, Ina, pop up if you're able to.
maybe not. She might be waiting to get on a plane too. Oh, she's there. I can see a hand up.
There we go.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. No rainstorm this time.
Lovely. No, I'm a bit delighted. Yeah, I'm at the abroad right now. Just went through customs and check-in and waiting for my flight, which, yeah, and which will start in 20 minutes or so. Yeah, Thailand events went really well. One of the nights we had a meeting with some investors, well, not investors, sorry, some people who were interested in the project and, previously who were already aware of the project, aware of LayerOneX and big fans of it, so big supporters. We had a really great roundtable with them. Kevin and Mike were able to answer all the questions, because we are aiming to be inclusive and want people to understand the protocol, to understand the whole philosophy behind LayerOneX. So it was amazing. Last night we had a short presentation for local community in Phuket. It was also really, really cool. People had a lot of questions. But it was great because, Mike and Kevin were, got carried away with explaining. It was very passionate discussion, I would say. So yeah, it was amazing. The interest is there. The momentum is created, and exciting times ahead.
Awesome. Yeah, great to hear that went really well. And, tying back into what Mike said before, crypto is quite a big deal across the world. And many different countries are tapping into it for different reasons and finding use cases within their day-to-day. So, it's awesome to see that LayerOneX was received quite well over in Thailand. And yeah, that definitely sounds like Mike and Matthew just being super passionate, being able to go into the finer details of LayerOneX and what this means on the over the different industries and the different use cases. So that's awesome. Thanks for sharing that, Anna.
Always great. Thank you so much, guys, for having me. And apologies that I'm in transit.
No,
Have a great day,
fine.
Everyone.
The noise is a little bit better than last time, so it's welcome.
I know. At least I'm not in a washing machine.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. Thanks, Inna.
Right. Have a wonderful day, everyone. Thank you so much.
You too. All right, brilliant. Well, guys, if we do not have any other questions, Red, correct me if I'm wrong, there might not be anything else for us to address regarding questions. We might be able to give you guys a bit of time back, which would mean we had a bit of a shorter AMA this time around. But as I said before, and Inna is proof of that, everyone's either on planes right now or boarding on planes. We're all over the shop at the moment across the world. Many different things underway. Looks like we've got some typing going on. All right, so we have Emperor asking about when the public sale will happen, and the details around it. We won't be able to release that just yet, but rest assured, we will share with you guys all of the details around the public sale, everything that's relevant that you guys need to know. We're not sort of gonna leave you in the dark and just surprise you with it the next day. We'll let you know when the public sale is happening, and we'll give you guys ample time to get ready. We do appreciate the interest. Cool. So Crypto Psycho said, do you think it would be possible to transition these weekly AMAs over to Twitter Spaces, as Discord is a closed community which only L1X family see? Twitter Spaces will draw in huge audience from the whole of Web3. Yeah, that's definitely something that we could try out, because we've been discussing, how can we mix up the AMAs on the, the weekly or fortnightly basis. And so, yeah, I mean, that's something that we could also do. And traditionally, you're right. So, the Discord AMAs, this is a place for us to sort of give the community a direct sort of, conversation, a bit of alpha, to give them the updates they need, to sort of understand what's happening behind the scenes. Twitter Spaces usually is more so, you can achieve the same sort of things, but more so directed at trying to encourage discoverability and bringing on new members to learn about the project. So the content might be slightly different, but it is definitely a great point. It'd be great to be able to do something like that soon. Maybe when we have more of the team back and able to discuss. But for sure, I think that's a great idea. All right, cool. Well, with that being said, I think we've addressed everything. We've done pretty well with the small panel we've had today to stretch this out to almost 45 minutes now. So we really appreciate you guys taking the time. We know everyone is, on different sides of the world. And so some people it's, early morning. For others, it's late at night. So we appreciate you guys taking the time to tune in. It means a lot to us. We really do care about the community, and we really do value your input, your questions. And that's why we do these things, because we want to make sure that you guys are able to, have an idea of what's going on. So guys, this is LayerOneX Season 1, Episode 10. I am your host, Big Turns, and we have a wonderful panel here. Thanks to Chief, Red, Inner, Tempo, Bunny Arrow, and B Gossip. We will be doing the next one sometime soon. We are discussing different formats, so we'll keep you guys updated for any changes. But yeah, thanks again, guys, for tuning in, and we'll probably wrap it up there.
See you, everyone.
Bye.
Thanks, guys.